Hey guys, welcome to our next video essay here on Skyrim. Today we're going to be discussing one of our favorite games of all time. And as you can probably tell from the title of this video, no, that game isn't Superman 64, it's Life is Strange. So for those who are unaware, this game has an insanely huge cult following and is one of the most prestigious games in history. Having over 75 Game of the Year awards and listings and being such a huge financial success that it exceeded its publisher, Square Enix's sales expectations by the millions. And one of the most amazing things about its success is that it isn't a AAA shooter like Call of Duty or Halo or Fortnite. You know, the kinds of games that usually get all the attention from the media and players alike. But instead, Life is Strange is a deeply personal story about two teenage girls searching for their missing friend in the fictional small town of Arcadia Bay. Before we continue with this video essay, if you haven't played this game yet, I strongly recommend playing it first because there will be spoilers in this video essay. You have been warned. So why do so many people love this game? 6 years after it was first released on video game consoles that are now 2 generations old, there are still hundreds of thousands of obsessed fans of the game on Reddit and social media. While everybody has their own reasons for liking the game, there's one critical aspect of the game that is nearly universally loved by all its fans. A magical quality that many people resonate with but find difficult to describe. It is the way the game makes you feel deeply about life, time, and the passing of life itself. It is what is known in Japanese as mono no aware, a term itself that for decades, linguists and researchers have been having difficulty translating and transposing outside of Japanese culture and the Japanese language. To put it simply, mono no aware refers to the pathos of things, the passing of life, and the fleeting nature of beauty, which evokes a feeling of gentle sadness. Life is Strange demonstrates this quality perfectly through the way it captures the essence of time. The whole game deals with time and time traveling, and it does so while embracing the transient nature of life, constantly reminding us that nothing lasts forever, even if we have the magical ability to go back in time. You see, whether you choose to sacrifice Bay or Bay, either way, life will never be the same for Max, even with all her time-jumping superpowers. It is the idea that everything in life changes, and no matter how hard we try to preserve it, we must learn to let go and enjoy life for all its beauty while it's in front of us, and not to hold on to something that will not last forever. In Japanese culture, people are extremely focused on the day-to-day passings of life. To them, the cherry blossoms falling from trees reflect the ephemeral nature of the world. Nothing lasts forever, and everything and everybody changes, regardless of our perceptions and desires, and very often it's so gradual that you don't even notice it. At the start of the game, Max is a shy and timid high schooler, careful about every single thing she does and worries about how people perceive her. I mean, she didn't even want to submit a photograph for her assignment because she thought it was too lousy. Even though we later find out in an alternate timeline that if she had submitted a photograph, she would have in fact won the National Everyday Heroes Photography Competition. This reflects her low self-esteem and how she always second-guesses herself, even when she's clearly a lot more talented than she believes she is. Something which I'm sure many people can relate to. By the end of the game though, she practically becomes the amazing Spider-Max, digging around the junkyard for the buried remains of her best friend's partner in the middle of the night, and saving random townsfolk during a catastrophic tornado that eviscerates the entire Arcadia Bay. We see her entire character arc and growth at such a gradual pace over 5 episodes that it just feels natural and realistic. In Japanese cinema, mono no aware is commonly found in the slice of life genre, much like most of Makoto Shinkai's films such as 5 centimeters per second, which captures this magical quality that Life is Strange shares. So, for fans of Life is Strange, we strongly recommend you check out that film as well. You will not be disappointed. Much like Japanese movies in the slice of life genre that encourage you to appreciate the slow pace of life and the quiet beauty of the world, Life is Strange should be experienced and played the same way as well. To truly get the most out of the game, you shouldn't be speed running through it. You should slow down and interact with the world and all the wonderful things within it. In fact, there are even cinematic sequences scattered through the game that encourage you to do just that, where you just lie on the bed or sit on a bench and listen to beautifully calming and peaceful music as the world passes you by. Speaking of music, Life is Strange has easily one of the best video game soundtracks in the world. Not only are the music tracks selected and placed in the game to perfection, but the background score has an almost meditative quality that just makes you want to sit back and chill and appreciate life, you know? And the soundtrack has become so popular that its vinyl records have skyrocketed in value in the resale market. So, Square Enix, if you're listening to this, I'm begging you, please make more presses of the Life is Strange soundtrack. I would really love to get one without having to sell off one of my livers in the black market one of these days. Anyway, sorry for getting carried away there, let's get back to the video. It is truly hard to perfectly describe what Mono no Aware is. It's like when Luke Skywalker looks at the twin suns and you as a viewer feel like, whoa, this is real. Even though you know in your mind it's not. But because it captures the essence of life, reality, and time so well, you let go of your disbelief when you're watching the movie. And for those 2 hours, it feels real. You see, life is full of slow moments, and that's what makes it realistic. Think about it. When you typically play a video game or watch a Hollywood movie, its creators would usually cut out all the boring parts like the main characters waking up and going about their daily routines and instead focus entirely on the interesting and exciting parts like all the action. But Life is Strange doesn't do that. Life is Strange embraces the slow moments of its story. You get to see so much of Max and Chloe's lives, even the slow parts, and that's what makes it so beautiful. The game tells a narrative that progresses at such a naturally slow pace that it feels realistic. And that brings us to one of the biggest common criticisms from players who do not enjoy Life is Strange. One of the most common complaints that Life is Strange has received over the years is that it is too boring or too slow. And while I personally do not share that opinion, I do think that it is completely understandable. You see, every person that consumes a form of art or entertainment, be it movies or video games, will have their own tastes and will be looking for particular traits in the entertainment media to satisfy their wants and needs. Just as there are people who love watching nothing but young adult romance movies and others who watch nothing but Hollywood action films, likewise, there will be people who only play video games that excite them and perhaps they are simply really not interested in a realistically slow-paced slice of life teenage drama like Life is Strange. Everybody has their own preferences and will always be looking out for certain things in the media they consume that not everyone else will necessarily be looking for. That is life, simple as that. So, if somebody really feels that Life is Strange is too slow or boring, that is their opinion to have and it is completely valid, even if we do not necessarily agree or share that opinion at all. After all, there are no right or wrong opinions when it comes to personal preferences over what kind of media we prefer to consume. Unlike choosing between bae or bae, which clearly has a right choice. For us, the slow pace of Life is Strange gives its narrative a rawness and authenticity that few other games can match. As a form of pure art, it is contemplative, it is nostalgic. People who play this game and can really appreciate the ethereally realistic slow pace of the game will also be able to connect with the game on a personal level and find that the game manages to recapture some essence of their younger life. When the game ends, we feel like a chapter of our own lives has also ended. And even as time goes on, we will always remember the game for its beautiful narrative as well as the fond memories of the time we had playing it. For me, personally, I remember playing this game while I was going through university. And now when I think back about my university days, it will always bring back memories of the game. And I'm pretty sure that it will continue to do that until the day I breathe my last breath and enter that hole to another universe. This game has now become an inseparable part of my life, my experiences, my beliefs, myself, and I would love to thank all the wonderful and amazing human beings who made this game as perfect as it is for that. Well, we have come to the end of this video essay, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it. It's once again time for us to return to our pirate ship in the sky with Max and Chloe. We'd love to hear what our fellow Life is Strange fans think. So do feel free to leave a comment down below and let us know what you thought about this video. Thank you, and may we meet again with Storm and Fury.